I remember this.
What's the stupidest baby name you've ever heard? Or worst? 7.
Diamond.
Hazel.
Man, I was very excited to do this podcast. That answer just went so many different directions. See, not get into that. Well, let's get into it.
Is it bad that I was thinking the same thing?
No, not at all. Shamir and I got roasted after the last podcast episode by Amber's mother, who said, "Are you guys jealous?
Yeah.
Or
Are you
something?
guys jealous or something?" And yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, we were jealous.
We are
Very jealous.
very
Very.
jealous that our community is moving towards, the superior race.
Okay, how
the
about
colonized names.
you guys are
Yes.
just mad because you guys can't find your name on a keychain and I can.
And I can't fit it on a Starbucks cup. Yeah, so.
And you have
Yeah.
a hyphen in there. Like, it's
Yeah.
really tough for you.
Yeah, my mom made it really tough for me.
Like, there's a lot going on.
So that's what I'm jealous of.
Yeah.
When you were
With
when you
Haley.
were little, how did you used to deal with like the dash?
Dude, I'd flex it. I was like, yeah, I have a dash in my name and like put it everywhere and like
No,
flex
but
it.
white names like Mary Kate, those
Yeah.
have dashes, right?
No,
Ashley
they're
Marie
usually just, no, there's no hyphens usually.
or hyphens. I mean,
That's like a
They don't-
foreign
yeah.
thing.
no,
don't-
they do.
They
I remember.
So you can have them as hyphens, but like white people usually don't.
Oh, they just have them as two names.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
them as 2 names.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they either go by one or whatnot. But I refuse to go by like one, and then I
Wait, so the white people that have the 2 names, they have a middle name also?
Yeah, sometimes.
So it looks like 4 names.
Yeah. I have a friend
Wow.
named like Morgan Brittany, and that's her first name.
And then she has a middle name.
Yeah.
wait. Morgan Brittany's her first name.
It's her first
That's a
name.
crazy first
I
name,
know.
bro.
I know.
Just pick one. That's like parents who are like, we can't decide. You pick this. You pick. All right, we'll do both.
Yeah. Honestly, though, she's like so pretty. So when you call her by her whole name, it just like feels right. You're
Everything
like,
for Amber
Morgan
comes down
Brittany.
to how
How pretty
attractive
they
you
are.
are.
Hey,
So if she wasn't pretty, just throwing this out there.
don't do this again.
I'm just asking.
No, because we had some people not feeling too good in the comment section last time, and we're not doing this.
I'm just asking if Morgan Brittany was not attractive,
Yeah.
then would her name,
Her name is still attractive.
she would have to pick one?
And
Or
it
she would be
really-
like,
It really just depends on her heart.
she would be like, I'll go Morg.
Oh my god.
I think a lot of people with 2 names usually aren't attractive. No, I'm kidding.
You have 2 names.
yeah. No, I'm kidding. But
What did you guys pick?
I said Diamond.
Diamond.
I don't know. I feel like any name that like a parent chooses of like,
A stripper?
a stripper or like it could be like of a object. I feel like it's just like, yo, why?
An object. What do you mean?
Like Ruby or
Oh, Ruby's pretty.
it's a nice name, but like
Rose.
Rose, but like I don't know. It's just like be more original. Like don't use like an object
Okay.
to describe.
I don't know, man. Sometimes it's like, whoa. There's this really funny TikTok that was like certain names that could never work as names would
Because
be
of what
so
they mean?
fire. Like they were going with this list. It was like think of anemia.
I literally
How
sent
pretty.
you a video on TikTok
Oh, yeah.
yesterday with like a list of them.
One of them was
They were so good.
One of them was
Really?
violence.
Wait, can I go over them
Violence?
really
like
quickly?
think of violence as a name.
Yeah,
Violence.
Wait, hold on. Let's do a
That's
quick.
badass.
it's kind of badass. Hey, violence.
It's a good name.
There was good ones in there.
Anemia. You said.
Listen, ready? Clear your mind of what it means.
Okay.
Right, ready? Malaria.
Yeah.
Yo, I could go with that.
That's pretty.
Malaria.
Ready?
Malaria.
Vanity. Like a table,
Sort
but also
of.
that one's like kind of like, Berlin.
Yeah.
Denim.
Yeah, denim is cool.
Kind of hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
Ready? Pain.
I love that.
Pain.
I think pain works now with the meaning. Imagine a little kid, his name is Pain. He would be like that, that little I don't know if he's a dwarf or if he's a kid, but that black kid on TikTok or dwarf that's like
We don't.
I wanna
you can't say
kill
that
my
word. It's little
grandma.
people.
dwarf is not appropriate.
that was a kid. I'm pretty sure.
That's
oh
a
yeah,
kid?
no, that's literally a kid.
Well, he looks like a a midget. Is that fine?
No,
That's
no.
probably the worst
Yeah,
of
yeah.
that
Don't say
spectrum.
that.
Yeah, little person.
So he looks like
it's
a
little
midget,
person,
but,
no?
Yeah, it's a little person.
Yeah, it's a
or
little
a little
person.
person.
Little person.
Yeah, I feel like if his name was Pain, it would be so.
I think Pain as a
suitable.
last name is fire, but I don't know. About
It is a
first
last name, right?
name. Something. Yeah.
I,
maybe.
I know people that have
But
the
like
last
you're
name
thinking,
P-A-Y-N-E.
yeah, P-A-Y-N-E works.
Yeah.
Sanitizer.
No.
No.
That's too
Anything with
much.
eyes are at the end.
Sanitizer.
Okay,
Pfizer.
listen. Anemia.
Anemia is cute. Yeah.
This one's pushing it. Diarrhea.
No.
Okay.
No.
A few more.
Never.
Allegedly.
No.
Allegedly?
Just be like,
No.
hey, like think of like, hey, allegedly, come here.
No. I think
No.
the j like ruins it.
Okay, so
Yeah, the
allegedly.
j to duh.
Yeah.
It
The
doesn't.
j to duh. It's like
Okay.
It's like Jed.
yeah, Jed.
And Jed ain't it.
Felony.
Felony,
felony
is nice.
works. Yeah, yeah.
So pretty. This one's cool to me. Grave.
Grave.
No. I don't
As like a
it.
little white boy, I
I-
could see it.
I feel like it's really close to Grace. Like
Yeah, that's
so
why
I
I'm
think
thinking.
I think why
Because I don't love
Grace is
grace. I like the meaning, but it's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like blessing.
yeah.
like-
Cyst.
Why?
It's kind of
No.
it's kind of fire if it like cyst. Like
Cyst.
like it's so it's like it's pretty the way it looks.
I mean, might as
You
well
know?
do pap smear.
Pap smear.
And the last one is nicotine, and I was like, that's like it gives me same energy as Nicole.
Nicotine is nice.
Yeah.
Remember Logic had that song Nikki?
Yeah. You could go by that.
And you
like
could
if
go
your
by
name-
Nikki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If your name was Nicotine.
Or Tina.
Tina.
What was yours?
Yeah, what was yours?
Oh, 7. So I used to work in a school, and one time there was this mom who came in.
Nobody is named Seven.
She numbered her kid. Like 1, 2.
And I was like, oh, like, congrats, you had a kid. Whatever. I was like, oh, like, what's his name? And she was like, it's 7. And the way that I had to keep my face together, I was like, oh, wow, that's different.
That sounds like one of Elon's babies.
Yeah, like he didn't know like what to name them, so he's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But then it was spelled Cevin.
Cvin. So it's not like Savan. Or
No,
like
it's 7.
Sivan.
It's like literally
And-
like the number. She said
and is she
7 like
American?
the number.
Is she American?
American, but not white.
Interesting. 7. Well, did
But
you
does it-
ask her like why?
Like, is the origin maybe something?
No, because when you look at it red, it doesn't feel that bad. It's like Cevin 7.
The name itself is not bad, but like
It
I'm-
feels like the number.
it feels like the number. It's like, yo, why are you doing
Yeah.
this? Like, is he tatted? Does he have like the number 7 tatted or something? Is that her lucky number maybe? Or
I think I asked her
Seventh child?
that. I don't think the number 7
Has
had any
no
relevance. No. Yeah.
interesting.
Well, good
I don't
job.
appreciate you picking my niece's name.
Yeah, I don't appreciate you picking your niece's name. Welcome back to Strange Flavors, everybody.
Welcome.
Good to be here. We're getting more and more patrons every single time, so really appreciate all the love and the
How many we
support.
get? We got a few more.
I don't remember the count, but
Okay.
it's more than 10, under 20.
Nice. Thank you guys for
Nice.
being patrons. Really appreciate it. We spend a lot of time making episodes after this.
Yeah.
That's true.
Bonus episodes every single week. We are
Yeah.
doing an entire episode. So if you've already gotten through it, if you're on your work commute and then you listen to the episode and you're like, I wish there was another one, there is.
There is.
There
and
is.
it's easy to listen to like on the app. Like it's actually very easy. You can listen to it and play back. Yeah.
We also support everybody's, we also appreciate everybody's comments that have been coming in on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and now I think you can actually leave comments on Spotify, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Interesting.
So I think if we leave the question, people were saying, welcome back, so glad that you guys are back.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
What if we left like the intro question and see their answers?
Oh, that's a good idea. I
Yeah.
think we should start doing that as of now.
As of now, we'll do it
And,
now.
and that is an idea brought to you by Shimmer Wally,
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
thought of it.
ladies
so.
and gentlemen. So
Genius.
this is what he does here. He brings great ideas. We had some great comments. Let's go over some of the comments that came in on YouTube by the Hus Huck.
All right. Maybe.
Which said, hold on. Let's read the comment before you start
Amber, you want to read it?
explaining yourself.
I think Amber should read
I
it.
don't want to read
Amber
it.
should read it.
But make sure you emphasize the Y word there.
I'm not reading it.
The comment says, Amber straight yapping about the party bus, bruh. This is a comment left from last time where Amber was making fun of Shamir and his friends for being too unattractive,
Too unattractive.
for a party bus.
For like 10 minutes. That was like wild.
And I believe the Hussuck was one of the members of that
was
party
one.
club. And so he did not
Appreciate your
take it
comment.
well. To
I
your
need an
comments.
apology from both of you.
Apology.
I need an
For what?
apology because
That's hilarious. We have to give an apology for your
calling
actions.
my friends ugly.
Yeah.
I think you owe the Hussuck,
Yeah.
who is also a patron, by the way.
Yeah, who's also a patron.
I say
apology.
things super lightheartedly, bantery.
Calling
haha.
my friends ugly is lighthearted.
See your energy shift. Your energy shift when the podcast. Whoa, I cannot talk. The energy shift when the podcast started is not okay.
All right, let's hear it.
No, that was the statement
Oh, okay.
because. Listen, I said that same statement to you in your DMs. He, ha, 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 surface level, keep it moving. I say it on the podcast because I thought we were on the same page.
Which we were.
I thought you understood me.
I did.
I thought you understood my heart and my intentions.
I did.
And then we bring it on the podcast.
Yes.
And you make it seem like I called your friends ugly.
Because that's your reactions. Your reaction. Okay, so Frost said something.
What Amber is doing currently, by the way, if you haven't heard of the term gaslighting,
Yeah.
she is she's giving an example of this.
I'm being
in
gaslighted.
live right
we,
now.
we were on the same page, and then Frost just
Let's
made up a
highlight
comment.
that. Frost made up a comment.
But your reactions.
Why are you putting it on me?
No, it's
Because
fine.
you do this.
But her reactions, right?
I didn't do anything.
Her reactions to what you were saying,
Yeah.
made it real. And that's where I was like, "Whoa,
The truth
is this
came out.
real? Is this the truth?" Like,
Right.
I thought it was lighthearted. I thought we were on
My
the same
brain
page.
never even went there. So I'm
then-
reacting like, whoa.
And what I saw, if you saw from my perspective of the reactions she was
I saw
giving.
I was looking into your eyes and I saw
Yeah.
the reflections of her face.
Yeah.
Fuck
You know how you can
off.
tell from like body language
So
and
hard.
visual cues.
Yeah.
I saw all the cues.
Yeah.
And the cues said that this is the stance I'm taking. These are my values. These are my beliefs.
Okay, what's next in the queue?
More comments.
Well, okay,
other than
to clear Amber's name, she didn't even like remember any of our friends.
I don't even
and
know
she
who's
just
in
dug
it.
herself into a grave, and yeah, she just was yapping. You were yapping.
I
You
was
were
yapping,
yapping.
but
were
not. I
yapping.
didn't mean anything.
Yeah,
She was yapping during the explanation of it too. she re-yapped.
she yapped.
How do you re-yap?
I'm sorry. Okay.
I like this comment right here that says, Frost Bhai, I loved this so much, Yar, on the solo episode. And when I get called Bhai, it's very
endearing.
It's so endearing, so respectful.
Yeah.
I feel
know-
like your brother gets called by more than you.
He does actually.
Power Bhai.
He calls his, you know how
His
there's
younger brother, by the way.
there's celebrities who have a fan base like the Barbies or the Swifties or whatever. My brother refers to his it's not even fans, it's literally anybody who supports him or comments on something of his as the Dower Pies.
The Dower
He
Pies.
calls his own base of followers the Dower Pies, even if they're older than him.
Yeah.
Which there are people that are older than him that call him by.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so funny.
It's hilarious because Dower actually has like a very strong fan base, even like not even making content or like making anything. Like people are die hard for him, which is awesome. But
And
it's
he's
hilarious.
the least receptive to fan behavior. He barely follows back his own friends.
Yeah, yeah.
And then on top of that, when people give him comments and stuff, his reaction is like, "Whoa!" it's like I'm not ready for this. And then I like this comment also on the TikTok.
This
It
is on
says,
TikTok.
"The girl using the word fob, Amber being the only
Girl.
lady of the podcast, the girl using the word fob has a whole pumpkin on her head. I know she's not talking, aka yapping. People using the word fob are the biggest icks, not gonna lie.
So this was in context to a clip where we were talking about brown guy icks.
Yeah.
And then I think Amber was like, you shouldn't look too, when they look too fobby or like something like that.
No, it had to do with hair color. We
Hair
brought up
color.
hair color,
Yeah.
and I said as long there's like a type of hair highlighting that looks fobby.
Is she talking about your orange reddish hair as the pumpkin?
Yeah, what's a pumpkin? I don't
Yeah, she said I don't have a pumpkin on my head.
No, you do.
Where's the pumpkin?
The pumpkin guts, which are like stringy. I think maybe that's what
I
she
think
was.
that's a stretch, no? That's like looking too deep
Which,
into.
I'm just trying to support our
I had-
our commentary.
I had silky straight hair in that episode.
Right.
So what is the pumpkin guts?
Yeah, what is it? What is the pump? Like, what's the pump? Maybe your head is the pumpkin? I don't know.
Maybe you should stop using the
Buddy.
word fob.
You followed it up, and
I
also
like-
use the word fob.
As a fob. I don't appreciate other people using the word fob. Okay.
Why? I'm a fob.
No,
Are you?
Yeah.
I feel like we can use it. You know, they have words for us: burger, ABCD.
Yeah, I get called burger as soon as I step
Why
foot.
can't we retaliate? Okay.
You know what? I wonder what it is. Some people really don't like the word fob because it has a kind of like
Negative insinuation.
yeah.
I
that
get
part.
it, but you knew what I meant, sis.
Maybe she didn't.
But keep commenting.
Maybe she didn't. Because like I feel
No.
like when you look through a clip, maybe it
We
came
had
out.
picture references.
Okay.
Maybe she
let's
thinks
clear
that's
this up right
attractive.
now. Let's clear this up right now. Do you like fobs?
Yeah.
You see, that's exactly the same face she made the last time that she was making fun of people.
Yeah.
Me personally, like I love
Oh, like
fobs.
as people, I like fobs.
No.
people.
Now
I
she's
thought
doing a
you
thing.
meant like, do I like fobs, like as like a preference of mine?
But why'd you
romantically?
say yeah?
Romantically.
So yeah.
Because I
Wait,
don't.
why not?
Okay, because she doesn't.
Romantically.
Yeah, but for entertainment, she loves them apparently.
No, I love them as friends. I love them as people. You guys know, like this is
Friends,
my
fob,
one
friends
of
are
my
I
best.
have fob friends.
No,
okay?
one of my best
Friend off
friends
the
that
boat.
you guys know, like he's a self-proclaimed fob Saad. That's like my homie right there. You know.
This is making it way worse.
No, he
It's like-
would
it's like-
identify as a fob.
I know, but like sometimes when you explain more, it makes it,
It makes
worse.
it worse.
I will shut up on the podcast.
She
that
respects
I'm a co-host
fobs.
on.
She likes fobs. Okay. She just we can use the term. I feel like. All right.
Thank you.
And you
Thank
can
you.
you can call us ABCDs and burgers too. That's fine.
Yeah. If you would have said what he said, just kept it like generic, vague. he just dug himself out of a situation easily.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, as people, but as my homie.
my friend Fob, he's like, yeah.
But you said, do you like fobs? And I thought you meant romantically.
yeah.
Fair.
Okay, last comment comes from Ramses.
Ramses.
And the only reason I'm reading this is because it comes from Ramses.
Who's Ramses?
Ramses is the pro wrestler from Nacho Libre. He's the best.
He's got the profile picture and everything too.
I know, dude. If you like are in the Nacho Libre like small, what is it called when it's like a small niche cult
Fandom.
Fandom.
Like people who get it, and I see occasionally TikToks from it. Nobody else thinks it's like a thing. Nobody else thinks it's funny. But if you like that movie, you love it.
Yeah.
I'm one of those
Men
people.
with niche interests.
Here she goes.
Yeah.
So I want to read it in Ramses' accent. Maybe because he's a man and he can speak about men. Why is all of the comments like this though? And
Wait, like about men? Or what?
It's all like-
negative?
yeah.
I told you, YouTube Shorts. Oh, are we on TikTok
We're
now?
on TikTok, yeah.
Oh, but I do feel like YouTube Shorts comments are like a lot more negative than other platforms because it's so random.
Okay, I just want to say this famous pro wrestler is like actually like supporting what I was saying on this clip. So,
Okay.
So this clip
Ramses.
was Ramses. I started off as saying like as a man, and then I think I forgot what was coming after, but he basically says maybe because he's a man, he can speak about men.
Well, because I followed up and I was like, well, why can't it just be as a person? Why does it have to be as a
gotcha.
man? To be fair, I was definitely like yapping in that one.
Is this like part of the universe now? Like Amber's
Yeah.
yapping?
Like I didn't need to do that. I was definitely
Little
yapping in
yappy.
that one.
No, I feel like it was good, but maybe you just went a little overboard. I
Yeah.
think we edited it in a way that made you look overboard. Because
Yeah,
there was
no.
some more stuff that we talked too. That
I
kind of,
was
like,
I was highly talking shit. I was in talking shit mode.
we need that.
How was your guys' weekend?
It was good.
It was good. We went to. It was really good. We went to the biggest protest for Palestine in the U.S., which was really amazing.
300,000 people plus.
Yeah, they tried to say it was like 10,000.
Dude, there was like
Absolutely not.
there was no
there
like
was 10,000 people in like one section.
Yeah.
And there was like barely any media coverage for it. I think
Because
people's
our phones were
weren't
shut, yeah.
working. Do you think it's because there's a lot of people there, or do you think
Bro, I had full bars. And then I was also talking to our friend Usman, and he was like, yeah, whenever I'm at a concert or a football game or something,
that's what I was gonna bring up?
there's a bunch of people packed together, and I can still send messages and whatever.
Oh, interesting.
But
I will say-
my phone was
yeah.
I'm not like, I don't really care to follow conspiracies or whatever, but
lot
I'm
of
just gonna say
TikToks
what
did say
happened.
that.
A lot of TikToks were saying that, but I'm just gonna say what happened. My phone was behaving weird. I had full bars. I couldn't send any messages. I couldn't pull up social media or maps or anything. Her phone was dead.
Yeah.
But with mine, I was like, okay, this happens sometimes when it's like really cold outside, where my phone will just shut down, but it wasn't cold outside. So I'm just saying it was weird.
Yeah.
And then yes, there was lack of media coverage. This is what's funny is Amber asked, how many people do you think are here? And then I was like, after I saw that, there was only like 10,000 people, what the news was reporting, I was like, Amber and I have no like concept of what a number is at all. Because she says 2.2K and I said 400,000. And then I saw 10,000. I was like, we're so dumb. But turns out I was actually closer.
Yeah, you're close.
Well, you know
To
what
the
I meant to
300.
say.
What?
I meant to say 220,000.
Right, but you said 2.2K.
Yeah. Yeah, there was, so I've been to like the protests in 2014 and 2019, and by far this is the most amount of people I have ever seen. And I believe that in 2014 there was 40,000 people there, and there was like so much more. Like I can't even like fathom. And to the point where I don't even know if they had a march, because I feel like we covered all the space of where a march
They were
would
going
take.
all till the nighttime. I saw people did end up going to the White House and stuff. I didn't know how many people were going to be there, so I was like, okay, I'll just take the train. I don't want to worry about parking, and in case it's tough to get out of there, it would just be easier to take a train. So I was coordinating with, Amber, who is just amazing at coordinating things, and so what that came with was her basically saying that I'm going to worry about things that are non-essential and have somebody else worry for everything else that is essential. So Amber had to get, her protest aesthetic on. It was extremely important that Amber gets her protest aesthetic on, right? So before the protest started, we got there, an hour before. And so we had to, of course, get coffee and breakfast.
Not at Starbucks, right?
No.
Okay.
We had to skip the Starbucks.
Yeah.
Which was empty.
Oh, okay.
Because when tensions are high, then we don't support Starbucks. But when tensions kind of lower down, then we can start going back.
Yeah.
That's the logic.
Yeah.
So
Listen, don't look this way. I haven't bought Starbucks yet.
so we saw, we went to this place. It was some place we hadn't heard of for the coffee and a sandwich.
Compass Coffee.
And we saw that there was coffee there, and Amber was looking on her phone, and she said, maybe we can get the coffee from here, and then we can get a sandwich or something from somewhere else, like Panera. And so now it's like 2 stops before we actually go to the protest. Meanwhile, I'm seeing all these people flooding in, all these
To
banners.
be fair,
and I'm
we
like,
got to the protest over an hour early. Before it even like
So she's
started.
prepping. She's
but,
like,
but we could have
Yeah.
been closer to the stage.
okay.
But
Yeah.
protest aesthetic. So let's just. Then she forgot
It's
her.
more like setting the energy and vibe. Like we're gonna be there, might as well fuel up.
Yeah, fuel up.
And I watched a video the night before on how to prepare for a protest.
And that was
it's-
it part of it?
And it
Like
said
Compass Coffee and then
it said
Panera.
to make sure you eat before you go. And I was like, I
Frost didn't
eat.
see that video.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
So you didn't eat.
I thought it was just kind of like a known thing that you just eat before you go anywhere. But I don't know. I mean, I brought
Dude, you should
water
have watched the
bottles.
video. I mean,
Yeah.
I should have watched.
It was
but
on my For
she
You
watched
page
she
for a
watched the video
reason.
and still forgot stuff. You know what she forgot? She forgot sunglasses. So then we had to go into what was this first store we went into?
I think it was Zara.
Zara, and they had like
Nordstrom Rack.
Nordstrom Rack, and they had like $200 sunglasses. The lowest being like $80 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Amber, just put your hand over your head, like $200 for sunglasses. This is gonna be crazy. She said, no, we're determined to get sunglasses. So
I
then we
needed
stopped
them.
at 3 other stores so that we could find Amber her sunglasses to complete the protest aesthetic. But not yet.
It was
Finally,
actually to prevent wrinkles.
and we went into all these stores. I said, Amber, go to Walgreens. Go to Walgreens. She said, no, Walgreens? What? They wouldn't have sunglasses. Where do we find the sunglasses, Amber?
I found these ugly ass sunglasses at Walgreens. I spent
Walgreens.
$20.
and you
on.
bought them.
I had to buy them because I wanted to go one more place, but I just knew that Frost was like had enough.
No, but the other places, they didn't look nice enough. That was the issue.
They were really ugly. Like we
Because
went to
Because in case you
Express
make the
Edit.
news, on this protest, You don't want to be seen with ugly
Yeah.
sunglasses.
Yeah.
I don't know, Shamir, you might understand because you're like a tools person, but like,
I thought you were gonna call me a tool. You're like a tool.
like you like to be prepared for things
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
right way.
Yeah.
And there is a completely different energy to a day in the hot beaming sun with sunglasses and without sunglasses. And I will feel drastically better with sunglasses on.
Yeah.
So to be fair, to add to all of this story, I woke up 37 minutes before, no, I'm sorry, 37 minutes before the train was here. And I lived 22 minutes from the train.
Yeah.
So I had 17 minutes to brush my teeth, put on an outfit,
didn't wake
wash
up
my
on
face.
time.
Well, yeah, I forgot to set my alarm.
Well, that wasn't in the video.
Oh yeah, that was they didn't say to set your alarm in the video.
Okay. Referring to like how, you know, I like to be prepared. I like to be prepared.
So to be
Not
fair,
on the day of. So that's where I kind of understand Frost's point. Like,
oh no, I was a complete like burden
Yeah,
to
yeah.
him, like fully and totally. He hit me up. He had us up the night before, like, hey, is anybody going to the protest? And I was like, me.
Yeah.
And he's like, who are you going with? How are you going? I was like, I haven't decided any of that yet.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. He's like, it's literally tomorrow morning. I was like, I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go. I don't know what I'm taking. So
She just bought. I told her like this is the train we're probably gonna take. She just bought the ticket. Didn't know
Didn't know
like
if it was
where
the right
to, what
one.
time,
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Didn't know how we were gonna get back, and her phone ended up dying.
oh my gosh.
So to be fair, it's not that I was irresponsible or that
Amber.
I am. No, it's not that I am irresponsible. It's that sometimes when I'm around like you guys or Faraz or like, you know, in these situations, if I trust who I'm around, I will completely let my guard down. And
Wow, that worked. I'm gonna say I feel the love, the trust.
Yeah. Very trusting.
like I'll just like
That's a smart way to flip it.
no, I'm being genuine. Like
Usually you
if,
go to the yap, the yap route, but going to the
giving us our flowers, you know, that's
Yeah.
like if I know that you're going to handle it and I'm in good hands and I'm safe, sometimes I'll just be like, what are the least important, like lesser important things? Coffee. Let's get a bagel. Let's like, you know what I'm saying? Like the more.
So she's still like vibing, but she's pulling up.
You
to
know,
the
I do
protest.
respect, but to a degree also just like am surprised at how much you're trusting because there's been trips where like mostly everybody that I know at least wants some detail or some sort of itinerary of something. Amber literally just, if you say like, hey, we're going here, we're doing this, she does not ask a question. She just gets in and says, okay. To the
I'm
point,
down.
to the point where she doesn't even know sometimes where we're actually going.
Yeah.
And doesn't realize how far it could be, what the place could be, as in the Ohio situation where
Yeah.
it could have been the matter of 5 hours or, you know, like 15 hours
Yeah.
or whatever the case.
It's funny you bring that up though. Like, there's other people in our group that like really trust like some other people in the group and whatnot. And so we literally have a particular friend who deliberately doesn't bring stuff like swim trunks and cortas and always asks me for them
Oh, no.
because I always bring extra.
Yeah, because
So-
you're like the prepared
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
See, I like to think that Frost, you were like the bones of this little travel situation. Like you set the foundation.
I don't want to be the bones. I would rather you say like muscles or
Okay,
something.
you set like the foundation for the little trip, and I brought the vibes.
She did bring the vibe so much so that the last part of her protest aesthetic was, did you bring a poster? A cute little poster maybe? And I said, no. She said, and she goes, well, I was thinking if you brought it, then I could have held it up half the time when you get tired. But
Wait, getting like all these things, you didn't like get a poster or anything?
No,
but somebody had come up and was handing out posters.
Oh, okay.
And she literally takes and goes, oh, it's complete. Like her day is now like ready.
Yeah.
She had her coffee,
All
she
the
had her
pieces are assembled.
sunglasses, and she got her poster. And now she is ready to have this is like a PBS
I don't like
Kids
tension,
episode.
you know? And so in that moment when we found the poster, I looked at him and I was like, see, everything works out. Because I don't like to like, for example, sometimes I travel with like people like my dad or my brother who are just like, oh my God, like and they're more like tension than they are just like having a good time
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they're so focused on things being done right. And I'm like, things will happen. And even if they don't happen right, it'll be a good time. Like if we ended up getting lost, I'm sure we'd like laugh the entire time and then figure it out. You know, I'm like, things will work out. It might be a little irresponsible, but I've traveled solo a million times, and I'm always like, things work.
Yeah.
No, that being said, like all jokes aside, Amber is a great person to have along something like this, because when I go to something that I feel is just a really powerful place to listen and learn, I try to immerse myself completely in the experience. That's why I actually don't consider or think about these things. And honestly, that's the case for a lot of things where I just feel like showing up and getting to the action, where Amber has been there to just be like, make sure you eat, make sure you do that. It's like very caretaking mode. So it was a great sort of place to be, where you know, we were discussing even on the train ride back, just kind of like what we witnessed, what we heard, what we agreed with, what we didn't agree with, and you know, what we find ideal in our lives and contributions we can make every day to the people we live with, in the communities that we spend time. And overall, you know, the protest, it was very peaceful, which is another reason it probably wasn't covered, because a lot of times they just take a little piece of something and say that, you know, there was tensions were high or whatever. Imam Umar Suleiman spoke there, which was a nice surprise. Macklemore spoke.
Like what?
That's crazy.
Which everybody was really surprised by. And we were like, oh, Macklemore's all right.
yeah,
we forgot
maybe
about
deserved
it,
that Grammy.
I think he, the thing is, I think he always has been a stand-up guy I think he takes,
For many communities, I think.
yeah. For, you know, I've heard him speak really seriously about drug abuse and other sort of issues. And when he said his speech, it was just that, you know, people told him to stay away from something like this. And they told him that, you know, there's a lot of history involved, there's a lot of research. And he basically said that he did his research and he knows that this is something that we need to stand up for when it comes
And
to.
I think when I watched, like, you know, how he spoke and stuff like that, sometimes you can tell like celebrities are trying to just show up or do something. It seemed like he genuinely was like passionate and like actually believed in what he was saying.
It was also nice that I saw a lot of friends, community members there. I saw coworkers who are non-Muslim, a lot of Jewish people that came out, and we actually ran into two Strange Flavors fans. One who was somebody random who came up and said, "Hey, I'm so glad that you guys are back. I'm a fan of the podcast."
Thank you.
In the middle of, you know, a very packed crowd.
Yeah.
And then someone
it was
else
hard
who was
for him to make his way over too.
Oh, wow.
Like
Yeah.
it was like really hard to get around.
Nice.
And then someone else who was actually on the podcast previously, who took a video of us just saying, you know, where we're from and being anti-genocide, basically. But it was nice to see.
Did you see that video everywhere?
I did,
A
yeah.
lot of
people tagged.
places reposted that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I got tagged by a lot of different people that I don't know that posted it. But yeah, overall, it was a really nice experience.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. I recently, so there's a show I've been watching for like 9 years. I started in 2014, and the seasons would come out like every 2-3 years. So 2013 it first came out.
It's commitment.
2015 it would come out again, and like it would take 2-3 years, and I would forget what happened the season before, right? Like my memory would be like, what happened? You know, like it's just too much time in between. But finally, the final episode of this show, which is Attack on Titan, finally came out, and I finally, like these past 9 years, finally finished a show.
Is this like some anime shit?
It's an anime shit, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anime shit.
Anime shit.
She's already starting.
Yeah.
Men with niche interests.
But
Just kidding.
if the yapping.
You know what you're saying is the opposing side of that is women are vague. Is that the stance you want to take about women, that women do not have niche interests? That they're all
Okay.
basic and the same?
Okay.
Okay. But no, it felt really good to finish this show, and it was like a good ending and whatnot. But personally, I've never committed to like a series or show for this long.
Do you feel empty?
And I don't feel empty. I finally feel like full circle, like finally, because
Oh.
I was waiting for it to end, because I would just wait like 2-3 years in between and be like, when is it gonna finally end? Thank you, like it ended really well. The closest thing I would say to that is Breaking Bad and like the whole that series, because I started that in like 2011.
You watched that when it actually came out?
I watched Breaking Bad when it came out, and then like I had to wait a few years for the prequel to come out, and then like I finally finished that.
Yeah.
Like this year or last year.
Was the finale of Attack on Titan worth it?
Yes, I would say like it fully closed, everything, and I think it brought resolutions. And people were like basically the way anime works is it's based on manga, which is like the comics, you would say, like Japanese comics. So the ending was already like out there. Like people already knew the ending.
Is it always based off of?
Yeah, I think most of the time, yeah.
Okay.
So it's usually based on manga.
Like Naruto is a
Yeah. It's
manga.
all the books have already been written. They're
Okay.
just making the show out of it.
Gotcha.
So people knew the ending, and people were saying the ending is going to be bad. And then I watched it. I was like, oh, that's actually really good. Like it.
And do they sometimes stray away from the storyline of?
Yeah. So the issue they have a lot of the times is that sometimes the books aren't made yet, but the show continuously keeps being made. So they make like filler episodes. And so basically, yeah. So they make filler
Interesting.
episodes, and they make like, fun character moments that aren't in the manga at all. And then they wait for them.
Sometimes I feel like there's shows that end too early and then you're like really sad. And then sometimes you're like shows they just drag on way too long and you wish they'd end. And then there's like a happy medium, which I don't think I've ever felt that way. That like
You've never felt that way?
like
happy
this is like the perfect amount. I'm like either I'm sad that it's done too early or I feel like it's just too much and hurry up.
Interesting.
So how did you feel about this?
I felt okay. So it's very convoluted. So they drop the seasons every 3 years. That already pissed me off because I forget what happens. There's four seasons. It's 9 years, bro. 9 years. So the first season dropped 2013, second season 2016, third season 2019. Guess what? They dropped the fourth season, part 1, which is the first half, in 2020.
Oh,
that's the
shit.
worst.
Second half in 2021. Then they were like, they were gonna finish it in the second half. Then they were like, no, there's gonna be a 1 hour movie. 8 months later, watch the 1 hour movie. There's gonna be another half, and that second half was.
And
this
it was just
weekend.
one movie.
It was 1 hour episode and then 1 hour and a half like episode. So it was basically like 2 different movies. But that's where I was like, the way they released it is what pissed me off. But everything was just made really well, so it wasn't
Okay.
like dragged on or anything.
Is this one of the main animes that people are watching?
Yeah, I think it's one of the main ones because it's like 60 episodes. It's not like super long compared to other animes, which are like 300, 400 episodes. But this is like, and it's all jam packed. There's no filler episodes at all. And the reason they did that is because they didn't want to make filler episodes. They waited for the manga to be made, and then they would make the show. So that's
I think
Did you
some-
read the manga?
I don't read manga. I just like watch the
Fair.
show.
Sometimes from the outside, it seems like there's I don't know which animes everybody has watched and hasn't watched, and so it's like, is everybody watching kind of like the main ones, or are people like more into like a niche community?
So the niche people that watch the niche stuff, you want to avoid those people
Why?
because they're like really into the culture, and that might make it a little.
Is
weird.
that like the people who watch the anime porn?
Yeah, that's like another subsection, hentai.
That's the
Yeah,
word.
hentai. Yeah, that's like really, you want to really avoid those people.
But I actually saw a tweet on my timeline. You know how on Twitter you can just never control what is about to pop up.
Yeah.
That's one of
Yeah.
those things. There's no filter.
Yeah.
So the caption said, I want somebody who do me like this," and it was I guess it was hentai, and it was this girl who was like bouncing, doing splits,
Yeah.
super high in the air, like it's like one of those anime like blasts.
Yeah, yeah.
And she comes back and slams onto the on the woody. And I was like, "Geez."
Yeah, dude, it's wild.
I mean,
want
how can
someone
you?
Cirque du Soleil?
I mean, how can you look at that? How can you watch that and then go back to normal life
Yeah.
with normal physics?
So basically, that was my question to these people. So I go to these conventions, right? Anime conventions. And literally, I ask them a bunch of questions. But like one of the main ones is like, do you watch hentai? And then some people would be
Do you
like,
think that that's offensive to assume that community is into
well,
it?
I go
Well,
to,
I mean, it's who else if you're
I go to
into
a-
freaking that?
it's offensive if you go to like, no, she's right.
Yeah,
She's
like-
right. Like I go to these conventions knowing everyone's like,
So they're
into
they're
weird-
for sure like into it mostly. I don't know what the statistics are.
the
so
statistics
that's-
I would say is like,
Well, somebody who doesn't watch any anime is going to be way less likely to be into
Yeah.
the hentai.
like the
That's
like the furry questions, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I've seen your interviews, and people are like, no, like that's such a stereotype that furries just dress up and are like really sexual or whatever. And then there's people that are like, well, for the most part, they are. So I don't know what the truth
so
is.
I literally go in having these same questions. It's not like I know the answers, right?
Okay.
So I go in asking like, I literally asked a furry. The first time I encountered a furry, I'm like, what are some misconceptions you guys have? And people are like, the furry was like, people think we're sexual. And I was like, are you? And then they're like, no, we're not. And like, you know, most of our community is not.
You should ask everybody if they've ever fucked in the costume.
I should. In the beginning, we were like, yeah, do you guys do like sexual things in your costumes? And they're like, no, we don't. Like, but I stopped asking afterwards. But yeah, in terms of the hentai question, a lot of people do watch hentai like in them, and they're like proudly, they're like, yeah, I love hentai. Like, it's amazing. Like,
Do you think it? Do you understand the appeal?
I don't. It's really scary. And like cartoon, I don't know. Like I feel like live action is much better. It's weird to talk about
Live action is a crazy way to just say porn.
but
Bro likes the pizza box.
That is so funny.
I feel like with cartoons, there's some element of like this is like super fantasy, like
Yeah.
out of the, you know what I'm.
I think it's also a thing when it comes to art versus, arousal, where you know how you'll see paintings from back in the day too, where it's nude women, nude men, and they're
people get off to that?
stylized in a certain way.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be like beautiful.
Well,
But
you
like,
don't know
do they
why.
get off to it?
You don't know why somebody could have created it either.
You think it's like
Whoa.
Egyptian like hentai, like classic hentai?
I'm not talking about all the way. I'm not talking about like stuff drawn on the pyramids.
That's what I thought.
Like it's
Like
just
the
like
Greek?
like
Like-
porn written on hieroglyphics.
I'm talking about just like paintings
Shades of Grey,
too.
like
Statue of David, and like just normal stuff that took place in the Renaissance period too.
I feel like they were different people too. Like I feel like they didn't sexualize, like even though it was like naked, or maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, they're looking at like how beautiful and intricate a body is in general.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't necessary to show private areas either, but they do.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you don't know. Like even
Well, hentai is not that. Like hentai, their objective is to like
It's
Arouse.
objective.
arouse. Yeah, yeah.
No.
But I heard some of the stories are great. Like
I heard Drake likes it.
really,
Yeah.
he likes hentai.
Yeah.
and
he
Amber,
had
I
this-
believe you have a shirt that says "I like
Drake
what Drake likes."
So I like hentai. You heard it here
Dang, you
first.
heard it here first. Amber likes hentai.
Let's pull it up.
What? No.
No, he had this like blow up doll on his stage, and I didn't get it, but then somebody connected it for me.
That it was a hentai doll, or what?
I don't know,
Bought
some
it.
sort of connection because she was very cartoon looking, like massive titties, big butt, like very like propped up, very
Interesting.
Asian.
Will you watch it now?
No, I'm baby.
Babe.
I'm baby. Ugh. All right. Well,
Okay, not saying that like if you watch porn that's gross. I'm just saying that like that's a
you
different
should go,
world
like
for me.
like literally nobody said anything.
Nobody said anything.
And then she was like, "Let me yap.
because
Let me. Yeah.
Let me sprinkle on some more
It's
yap."
actually gross. Like you should stop watching it. It's not good for you.
ooh,
That's
don't you
your take.
have a friend
That's
who
my take,
watches that like openly?
Good take.
What, hentai?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he doesn't watch it openly. He watches it like because it was funny, and he's watched it before. I don't know if it was like for serious reasons,
Oh, okay.
but it was like for funny reasons because his favorite characters were literally Smash.
All right, for funny reasons.
Funny
Dude,
reason
like-
sounds sus.
Okay, imagine like
Oh, you're saying like Pikachu.
yeah, like what the hell is this?
Oh,
Or
wait, I wanna see
Avatar,
Pikachu.
Hold
there's
on,
Avatar
hold
porn,
on,
bro.
hold on. Pikachu?
Dude, there's messed up shit out there.
That's
bro.
weird.
Wait, you're
Aren't-
joking.
But
No,
aren't
there's
aren't
like
most,
Charizard with titties? Like
No, I thought you were talking about literal just like
no, there's
anime
animals, there's
people.
octopi, like
No.
Aren't most
There's
of the
dragons,
anime people
demons.
like you said Avatar?
No.
Aren't most of the people in the animes Naruto? I'm thinking of like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z.
yeah, all those.
If you want to count Avatar, but aren't they like all kids?
Yeah, most of them are. Yeah, and it's weird. Yeah,
And they're making.
yeah,
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Wait, so
Yeah.
are there
Well-
voices like Kitty in it too?
yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a weird world. Sorry to expose like many people about that, but yeah, that's how it is.
Don't watch Pikachu fucking.
Speaking of what was the phrase you kept saying? Niche
Communities.
Men with niche interests.
Men with niche interests. So, is video games one of those things that you are?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not even niche at all. It's literally like the
one of the
most popular things ever. I saw this thing going popular on social media last week, and it said, "Finding out a man has 200 plus hours on a video game elicits the same reaction in women that finding out a girl has 200 bodies does for men." Meaning that if a girl has slept with 200 guys, this person is saying that it's the same thing as having 200 plus hours in a video game for a guy. Now, you're an avid gamer,
Yes.
Shamir.
Yeah.
200 plus
Yeah,
hours doesn't
let's
seem like
hear
a
it.
lot.
Let's hear it.
Is that
yeah.
like 10 days?
It's also no. It's 5 weeks.
5 weeks. Okay.
Wait, I could have just did the math really
No,
wrong.
no, that's not
5
right.
days. 5 days.
5 days,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, no, I divided
No.
it by 40.
200 divided by 24.
Okay. I was trying to think about how many hours is in a work week, and I was like trying to compare it to work.
It should be like
So it's
8 days, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit over 8 days.
8 days.
8 days.
I feel like that's not a lot.
Yeah. I've seen much worse.
Yeah,
I've
and-
probably done much worse.
Wait, people will play like binge a video. I remember I used to binge a video game in a week.
I don't think that that's that bad, honestly.
What, 200 hours?
200 hours?
No,
Yeah.
like I've watched, I'm sure, like a series.
Oh, yeah. There's
like
probably
within
many
2
series.
weeks,
Yeah.
that's probably like a lot of hours. I don't know how many, but
Yeah.
you know, binging.
Yep.
To say that that's the same thing as 200 bodies
That is- no.
wild.
It's wild. Okay, first of all, like that's like physical intimacy with like 200 partners.
Also, I don't even think you could get through 200 partners in that much time.
Yeah, like that would take like years.
What? Okay, let me ask you this, Amber. What would be the equivalent of 200 bodies
Why
in
are we
hours per
comparing
video game?
video game hours to
Well, I'm
bodies?
That's what
saying-
she's
I'm just
doing.
saying.
That's what this a lady.
Theoretically,
right? It's not a
what's-
guy that's saying this.
The-
It's
right?
of course.
I would love to like you know, play with this a little bit, but my brain can't comprehend it enough to like
Comprehend it in the
to
original way you
quantify
were,
it.
as in the work weeks or work days. What would be equivalent to playing video games for this long?
Like in a mathematical way, I think maybe like if you're doing, I don't know, 1 a day, at most that would be 8 people. And like
One a day?
1 a day would be 8 people.
What's one a day?
Like 8 days, that's 8 people. One like one body a day.
Uh-huh.
That would be, but I don't agree that that would be the equivalent.
That would be 8 hours for...
No, that would be 8 different people, 8 bodies.
No. What would be the
equivalent.
equivalent hours for 200
Bodies.
bodies?
Oh, the
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
That doesn't equate.
So they could play as many hours.
That would be like
Ever.
years. Yeah, like years.
Oh, so years. So how many years do you think would be the same as 200 bodies?
22
22 years.
So if a
wow.
man played 22 years of video games,
worth of video games.
it would be the same as sleeping with 200.
No, I still don't agree.
I think if it's one video game and he plays for like 10 to like 15 years,
Yeah.
I think that might be like equivalent. I think so. I think
One video game for 10, 15 years is
like
same
he's-
as 200 bodies.
I think there's somewhere where it's like, I don't know. And I don't think like it's equivalent in the sense of like, you know, their personality or anything like that. I think it's like a giant, you know, like, whoa, be
the
careful.
problem is that one makes you.
Oh, you're saying like that's
kind of more
equally
of a
as surprising.
loser,
Yeah.
and one makes you more a thought. So it's like they aren't even equivalent.
They're not
like
even equivalent.
rounds.
But like, yeah, what he's saying is like,
Is a loser not a thought?
No.
What's
Why would a
I-
loser be a
what's-
thought?
No, I mean, is a thought not a loser?
oh,
No.
What ranks high? What would you rather be, a loser or a thought?
what's a loser?
Look at her, bro.
Yo.
Look at her.
Yo.
A loser?
Hey, yo.
She's lying straight
Dude, that's
up.
crazy.
Okay, let me ask you this. What was your 10, 15 years on one video game? Would you
Okay.
rather play 10 to 15 years of one video game or
Frost,
sleep with 200 guys?
10 to 15 years on a video game.
And now do it without lying.
Frost, 200 people is a lot of people. Like, I really don't think I would, like, I don't think I could do that. Even like I would have to be a loser because I literally don't think I could do the other.
I like how it's either you're a loser
That's what I'm saying.
or you're not.
I feel like
Well, what else are we equating here? The video games being played at such a high level would make
I
you
think-
what?
I think
what
it-
would
I
that
think you're-
equate you as?
I think it's you're a crazy person or you're a crazy person.
yeah.
And 200 hours is not a
It's
crazy,
not crazy.
person.
Yeah, yeah. I guess that's what I was trying to say. It's like,
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, now when we say crazy person, I understand what they're trying to insinuate.
No, it's okay.
Because I was like
You're-
loser, and I thought like,
You said what you said.
You said what you
no
said.
take backs.
I mean, unless whatever.
But 200 plus hours,
Let me
like
stop yapping.
200 plus hours, I think that's like normal for like an average gamer.
do you know how many hours you have?
On what? A game?
I don't know.
Or like overall?
or in
'Cause
general.
overall,
The
it's
longest.
definitely like 10 times more than that.
No,
Yeah.
but like for one game.
For one game, I think the max I've done is probably like 250, I think, hours.
Wow, that's basically like having 200 bodies. You thought.
Yeah.
What a loser.
No, but
am I right?
I have both. No, I'm kidding.
Brilliant. Did you start playing the new OG Fortnite?
OG Fortnite. No. But we'll talk about bodies after, okay?
Amber, what makes you so cool? Yeah. That literally everything is just not, living up
I
to your
was-
standard ever.
I'm just playing my character. I'm already gonna get like Amber, stop yapping. So I just figured I'd keep.
You're just
it
gonna
going.
yap now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know OG Fortnite either.
What the fuck did you just say? I literally don't even know what that means. Like you just said a bunch of different things
It's
together.
a game.
It's a game,
Fortnite. Okay, let me guess
So
what it
the
is. Wait, let's have
original-
Amber guess what it
Oh
is.
yeah, what do you think is OG Fortnite?
Fortnite would be a game where you make forts
Okay.
at night.
Okay. Okay.
I like it.
And then OG would be like you're using like bare minimum materials like
This
sticks
is really good.
and mud and like leaves as opposed to like maybe like metal and like machinery and like industrial things.
Interesting. Okay, so you're really close. The OG had nothing to do with that.
Oh.
But Fortnite.
But that was pretty good.
That was really good. So basically in Fortnite, you basically
You did like critical thinking.
yeah, that was dope.
Crazy.
Basically you just fight each other and you like you collect materials like wood,
Roman
rock,
Empire.
and like wood, rock, and brick, and then you
Uh-huh.
build like forts to like fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why,
Where
what are
do
you
you-
counting?
I'm trying to comprehend.
There was
what
no-
those
there was
materials-
nothing that
no,
required
wood,
math in
rock,
that.
and brick. I was trying to see like what you could make of that. And where do you get the weapons from?
The weapons that are just dropped over the map.
What?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
where you can't even like
You're not building. You're not
You're
building.
just finding weapons.
Yeah, there's weapons like in chests and like in houses and all that stuff. And-
Okay, so like you're stealing them.
No, you just like pick them up.
Okay.
You just find them. Like
It's like how like Israel's just like we found Hamas in a Snickers bar.
Oh.
Yeah. They're just like Hamas is everywhere.
yeah.
Weapons are everywhere.
Weapons are everywhere.
Fair.
And then like the circle gets smaller, so like everyone's like forced to like fight. So it's like Hunger Games,
Oh,
like
shit.
sort of like everyone's fighting
Are
to the
they
death.
zombies or other people?
Other people.
Oh,
So there's 100
shit.
people that drop in one area. The circle closes, so you get smaller and smaller, and it ends up being
Is it
1v1.
like real players?
real
Each-
players? Yeah,
Oh my god, this
Okay.
is so aggressive.
yeah. But you've heard of Fortnite, right?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
So when did you guys like first hear of Fortnite?
I don't know, like couple probably.
I think
How
during
long
the
have I known
pandemic
you?
was like the most popular time.
But you never heard it before that?
No, we definitely did, but I feel like it was really picking up during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Is there like a dance associated with it
There's a bunch of dances, and then a bunch of
maybe
dances
when that
show
era
up in
came
Fortnite.
up.
Yeah.
around the dance era?
So that was like
of it?
2019, 2018.
Okay.
The emotes.
Emotes, like kids would be like doing the dances near the pool. I don't know if you guys remember that, but like,
Why near the pool?
I don't know. They would always
They
like,
would do an emote and then jump in the
yeah,
pool.
yeah, that was just like
That sounds
popular.
like that sounds exactly like what I would have done when I was little.
And then they would also do it at like parties and stuff. I don't know if you remember, but
Yeah.
like
A lot of the shows we would go to,
weddings.
if there was like kids,
yeah, and weddings and stuff, kids would
they would emote all over
Fortnite
the place.
emote. Yeah. So, anyways, Fortnite was massive, like very popular in 2018, and that was like the first like season map that dropped. So OG Fortnite is basically that map comes back again, and it's dropped like recently, like a few days ago.
Like the first map ever.
the first map, because they
Okay.
always like change the maps and all that stuff.
Maps are a big deal.
Maps are a big deal.
Like my brother was talking about this.
Yeah,
and
how else
they-
would you know where places are?
Exactly.
How
No,
would you know where places are, even with a map? All right, sorry. Let me. calm down.
Yeah.
He was talking about how Call of Duty brought back like the Modern Warfare 2 maps, and that's when I used to play like a lot, and those maps were like serious.
Yeah.
So he was like, "It's back! Like everybody's about to go crazy."
Yeah. So like
maps are a big deal.
there's a lot of nostalgia because people had like a lot of memories in those like digital spaces, right? Digital maps and stuff like that. They played with their friends.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So this is coming back and everyone's getting on and actually has like 50 million people, active users, like online concurrently, which is like insane.
A lot of just kidding. Just kidding.
A lot of bodies.
A lot of bodies. A whole bunch of bodies.
But I think personally, like I was having fun with the game back in 2018, but like a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, this is like, it's coming back. It's nostalgic. They're feeling sort of that like COVID like vibe where like everyone's getting together and playing a map and getting on with their old friends and old crew. So I think the big part about that is like, you know, people were making TikToks like, I can't bring my whole team because like, you know, someone in their team like passed away or something like that. But they're like, I'll play this.
Really?
Yeah. Like a lot of people were making like TikToks like that of their friends like
in real life passed away?
in real life passed
Oh,
away. Yeah. They're like,
sad.
I'm going to log on for him. And then they'll like post a picture with.
That's like
But
how
it's
when
been, like,
people
a
were
few
running at that
years.
New York City marathon and they like were holding like jerseys of people
Yeah.
who like couldn't be there to run.
Yeah. So it's similar.
Same.
to
It's that many people though,
Dude, it's insane.
or it was just like a big trend. Because
What?
I'm thinking of it like, for example, if it was, let's say, what's the big game? Like let's say Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1.
Yeah.
And then in like 10 years they bring it back, then I could see like, oh, a lot of people have passed away since that game originally first came out. But we're talking about like 3
Well,
years.
but also considering 50 million people.
Yeah,
Like
so it's a
that's
bunch of
a lot
people.
of people.
But mostly kids. So why are so many kids passing away?
Maybe it was,
I don't think it's
maybe
kids.
it's like
Oh, it's not
sad.
kids.
Yeah, it's not. Well, the post I've seen, that would be depressing if it was kids.
Yeah.
It
That's
wasn't
what I'm
kids,
thinking.
though.
I thought Fortnite was mostly popular amongst like
No,
kids.
So I don't know if you remember, but there was a giant clip of Chance the Rapper playing Fortnite, and like he had a bunch of his homies like
Okay.
playing, and it was like in a party.
He would, yeah.
It was in a party, and there was a giant TV, and like he wins, and like everyone goes crazy,
Huh.
and that's when I knew like, okay, this game's like
That's really big.
massive.
Was that the same one Drake was playing with Ninja? Or was
Yeah. Drake. So Drake played with Travis Scott, like
Okay.
Ninja. That wasn't the same time. It was completely
Yeah, yeah,
different. But like that's how big Fortnite.
But
is,
everybody
that-
was on.
that
Everybody's
Drake
played at least
popped
once.
on. Travis Scott popped in the same game. Who are the Nav? Like other rappers. I don't know.
Yeah. Nav like he's really good apparently.
Yeah,
Like he
he's
competed.
Huge
right?
gamer. I don't know if he competed, but I think
He was at that one. Yeah, it was a tournament.
maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was talking about it in some interview. That's
yeah,
why I
but
remember.
he is a huge gamer. It's just and then like during the pandemic, all these rappers like they would, you know, when everyone was bored, like they all started like, you know, streaming and like going and playing games and shit.
Yeah.
So it
You
was-
back on it?
I have not been back on it yet because I've been playing Spider-Man personally. So
Yeah, dude, you've been going crazy about this game.
yeah.
Why does it mean so much to you, the Spider-Man game? Is
Is
it this one specifically, or it's just in general?
I think in general I just like Spider-Man, but like basically I just this past 2 months or whatever, like I didn't have a PlayStation before that. So when I got the PlayStation, I was like, oh, let me beat the first 2 games because they came out like 5 years ago. So
This is your first time ever having a PlayStation?
I've had a PS3 and a PS4, but like I didn't have the games or anything. And
Wait, I thought that your Spider-Man thing was just the color of your PS5.
it is, but it came with the
Spider-Man
game.
Oh.
Yeah, it came with the game. So basically, it's just like a really good game and really good story. And like, I feel like, you know, when you're attached to something, it like makes it more fun. So I'm like, when you're excited for something, you're just like, oh, this is
It's
dope.
the
Like,
story you love brought back again and again in a new way.
in a new way, and it's like it's done really well. If it was bad, I'd be like, oh, this I'm not excited for it.
If
But-
you were to get tattoos like we were like allowed and you wanted to,
yeah.
do you think you would have some sort of Spider-Man theme
I would have
tattoo?
a bunch of nerdy tattoos. That's why I'm like so glad that
I
like,
think yours would be
tattooing-
really cool.
Yeah.
I hope so.
But I feel like at least one of them would be Spider-Man. 'cause
Yeah,
you're, like,
I'd have
that's
Spider-Man,
like your color
Batman.
theme.
Like I'd have like a bunch like nerdy stuff like that. That's what I would do. But
Per.
which I'm
Hentai.
glad.
Sly.
Hentai, yeah. Like
Wait, would you ever watch Spider-Man hentai? Have you?
Enough.
I just want to know. Like he likes it that much.
I wouldn't watch Spider-Man hentai.
He's shooting web at it like as
Oh,
Ned.
but like the girl, like if.
I'd be afraid to watch Spider-Man hentai because I might like it, so that's why I avoid it.
Whoa.
Wait. Is
like
this is
Stay
this
away from your temptations.
is this a real thing? I saw one time that there was like a comic that was written that.
Do you think his friend would also be Spider-Man?
Who?
Like Spider-Man's friend? Do you think he'd also have Spider-Man theme on him?
Spider-Man theme? Probably.
Are you calling his dick his friend? I read somewhere that like in one of the comics that Spider-Man accidentally kills one of his girlfriends because he nuts web in her.
Wait, what?
Is that real?
I don't think so.
Nuts webbing her.
Have you heard the one that it's like Ant-Man goes inside of Thanos' butthole and expands?
Yeah.
Is that real?
That's not real. I think. They were
Oh,
like,
so it
"Why
was one of
didn't you just do
those.
that?" They were like, "Why didn't you just do that?"
It was one of those like fan.
Yeah, like he should have just done it. Like that's how he could have killed Thanos.
Right.
That's
Okay.
smart though. Yeah.
We're an hour in, but do we want to hit maybe like one or two more?
Do we have like.
Let's do
anything
her
quick?
thing. Should we
Yeah,
do
you
her?
haven't had a thing. Shimmer's over here just yapping about nerdy niche stuff.
Nerd
Yeah.
stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
This is my episode.
All right, which one do you want to hit, Amber?
Which one? Let's do the costume one. It's not going to be relevant
Yeah.
anymore.
Okay, do it.
Okay. So there's a couple of costumes. I feel like every year costumes are getting like bigger and more fun to watch. Like celebrities doing their costumes is something that like I enjoy now. So I just grabbed some of the most talked about ones and wanted to see if you guys had any thoughts.
All right. So we're gonna
let's
be
do a rapid fire.
we're gonna be
situation.
reviewing. We're gonna be reviewing celebrity Halloween costumes.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what we have.
First celebrity Halloween costume we have is
Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber, and I don't know what Scream you said.
Scream. You didn't know this? You just
Yeah, this is.
I just said you guys. Somebody mentioned it, and I was like, okay, cool. She looks hot.
I would agree.
unanimous decision.
I think
Agreed.
anytime somebody looks shiny, they usually look hot.
Oh, there's like.
I
a
wasn't
lot
talking
of
about the
Vaseline
shiny,
on
but
her.
like I was talking about the lack of clothing. But yeah, no. I think this
Whoa,
is.
buddy!
Well, she posted it.
I know.
Okay, so I think in the movie,
Is this like a real? Does the
I think-
person in this movie dress like
yeah,
this?
so I think she's wearing those clothes and she's like cooking or something. And then the kettle, it's like the kettle scene. I don't know if you guys know, but the kettle's getting louder. She's making tea or something like that. And she's dressed up like that. And she picks up the phone call. And then Scream is like, "Hey, are you home?" or some. I forgot what he said. And then I think she like dies like in the home.
I think this is the funniest costume you could do as a couple because you know how there's already that that thing that people say that Halloween is an excuse for girls to dress slutty.
Yeah.
Now you're in a couple, but then your boyfriend is in a or husband is in a mask. You
I
get
feel like this makes sense for
not
Justin. Though. He
wear-
probably wants to be as like unseen as possible.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
It's just funny that like your girl is out here like
Yeah. I feel like
exposed and you're in a costume. It's just,
I feel like
Completely
she
covered.
she wanted to like wear that like it.
oh, well, of course. I mean, she's a model too, right?
Yeah.
She's not.
I don't think she's like an official model. I think she like does model things, but she's not a model.
Who's an official model nowadays? I feel like most of the models now are like because they
Yeah.
have celebrity status.
Like Gigi and Bella
Yeah.
and Kendall and those people. But I don't think she's a model. I think she's like a
She has
socialite,
modeled,
celebrity
but
personality. She's a celebrity.
okay.
Anyways, I might be wrong. Okay, this one I had personal thoughts and feelings about.
Who is this?
This is Chloe Bailey.
Chloe Bailey. Okay.
So remember Little Mermaid? This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
her twin sister. That was Halle Bailey.
Okay.
This is her twin sister, Chloe Bailey.
So this
Oh.
is Chloe Bailey's Halloween costume.
Yes.
As Elastigirl.
Elastigirl. She showed me up so bad.
I mean, you just wore like a red thing. And
I know.
Like
You wore a
But
red,
I
red,
wish-
red morph suit with a black diaper.
Yeah. But this is like what? Well,
you
I
didn't
mean,
even have a mask.
I did that for the cost. I did that for the podcast, but I did wear like smaller shorts the day before, like when I wasn't at
You
my
had a
house.
mask too.
No,
Did it have an eye symbol?
no.
So
I'm
you
just
had a
personally
DIY.
Yeah, but she looks so good. In my head, I think I can do that.
How comfortable is this?
It's well, when your body's already like that, you're not really doing much.
But like,
She's just wearing latex.
Is the latex like uncomfortable? Does
I'm
it get
sure
sweaty?
it's not comfortable.
It's like sweaty in there and stuff.
I've never worn latex.
Oh,
I love how like when we see, let's say like sometimes in our groups we'll share a picture of like Hugh Jackman training for Wolverine, or you know, we see, oh, this guy is training for this thing, and the comments as guys will be like, dude, he looks so good, he's beast.
Yeah.
We get hype. And when a girl is looking at a picture of another girl looking good, the reaction is, oh, she looks so good.
No,
I'll never be that.
no, only because I did this exact costume and I was like, wow, I ain't shit.
Yeah, but why
But she
can't it just be
looks
like,
so good. Well,
dang, she
obviously-
looks good? Like,
No, she does look good. That's the baseline
Yeah, I
of
think
me
most
bringing it up.
girls would be like, "Oh my god, she's beautiful."
Yeah,
even when she's
I
not.
picked this because I thought she.
it's that, or it's like, oh, I'll never be that.
Oh, I mean, I can be that. I'm just not that.
Prove
I
it.
just didn't do that.
Prove it right now.
I
Prove it in
will.
a week. No, I'm just kidding.
1 year for
Amber,
Halloween.
yours is cool. At least you did a costume you like.
Yeah.
Wait, so are we rating these? We should rate these. Or,
Oh,
yeah.
right. 1,000,000 out of 10.
I'd
A
say,
1,000,000 out of 10.
what do you say?
She just looks good. So I don't know. What's like a normal rating? I
say-
just felt
mean,
like I had to overdo it
I'm gonna
because
rate it-
Frost said I was talking shit about her.
I'm gonna rate. You can do what you like. I'm just observing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rate it as Halloween costumes. I actually think the first one was really well done, based off like the movie.
Yeah.
Like it,
I think it's
they
a
did it.
creative scene to like choose from.
Yeah.
But for me, the costume itself, I'm like,
It's still funny.
yeah.
So that was what the first one.
First one,
Haley and Bieber.
8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll do.
8 out
I'll
of
do
10.
9 out
Grabbed
of
your
10.
heart. Does it hurt to give that rating? Yeah, I think maybe like 6. I'll give it a 6.
This one is a 6.
No,
Well,
the last one.
Oh.
This one, I feel like it's a 10. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
it's really good.
I'll go 8.6 out of 10.
Actually, I'll give it a 9 because if she did the OG Elastigirl, I would have liked that more.
If she did a real mask instead of a painted one, I think it would.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Oh,
Yeah.
that looks really good
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
painted.
8.6 out of 10.
I mean, the bodysuit might as well be painted too.
Yeah.
Here is Ice Spice
Ice.
with a Betty Boop.
Spice.
This is like, I don't know why. This just made sense for some reason. I feel like this is like she couldn't have chosen like a
More.
better,
Yeah.
more suited costume because she already has like the short hair curls.
Yeah.
It's like that, except in an alternate reality.
Yeah. I think this fits her like really well. And I think she has that shape of Betty Boop. Bop. Betty Bop. What is it?
Betty
I don't-
Boops.
Betty Boop. What is it? Betty Bop?
I think it's Betty Boop.
Betty Boop.
Fetty Wap.
Has anybody, who is that? I've been seeing her my entire life. I have no
Oh, yeah.
idea.
Yeah, like
who Betty Boop.
She's a cartoon, I'm pretty sure, but like
But,
I've
like-
never seen the show. Is
It's
there a
one
show?
of the. It's one of those people that we just accept it as a thing.
Yeah.
Are
Like
you-
like Hello Kitty, we know that like Hello Kitty is just Hello Kitty. But
Yeah.
Betty Boop is like, is it a show? Is it a thing? Like, what is it?
I literally, you know how we like, have like Marilyn Monroe?
Yeah.
And she's like a person and I've never like seen anything by her or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
But like we all know her. I put her in the same category as Betty Boop.
Yeah. I
that makes
Things
I
that
would
I
say,
don't
yeah.
know but have
But I think
significant
this is
value.
perfect for her. And I think like when you choose a costume that really fits you well, whether it's like body wise or like, you know, look wise, I think this would be a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. She killed this.
Just like a 4 out of 10.
You don't like Betty Boop?
It's too much going on. Also, it threw me off when people kept sharing her video of her walking on stage and her entire butt is out.
It wasn't a performance costume for sure. She shouldn't have did that because she
And she's
shakes
just like
a lot of
pulling her.
ass.
She's pulling her dress down the entire time to try to cover up, and it's like, just wear a thong then. What do you like?
Well, no, I think that was we need to accept as a outfit malfunction. Like I don't think that's what she meant to do. She just wore her costume on stage and didn't realize that just was not like the right thing to do.
Doesn't she always have her butt out?
No, but she usually like so if it was planned well, she would have had almost like shorts at the bottom, like they would be sewed at the bottom so that they would stay in place because you don't want things to be moving around and like scrunching up your whole torso because that's just not what the outfit's supposed to do.
I have a question. Are all the costumes going to be like this?
No, I
Okay.
put a
Okay,
little
good.
mix in there.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Oh,
Yo, that's good.
I haven't seen
Okay,
this.
so this is Ed Sheeran as Chucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like this.
He like picked a really good costume.
Dude, that's hilarious. He has the perfect hair for it. It's red and like shaggy as Chucky is.
This suits
Yeah,
him.
this is good. I could have taken Chucky from Rugrats too. Also a redhead.
Yeah,
Imagine Chucky as a costume.
that'd be fire.
What? So just Chucky?
No, like if you somehow mixed it.
Mixed it, yeah.
But this is very good.
I will say it looks like a cheap like onesie, like Party City, like one suit. So I'll deduct some points from that. But the face makeup perfect.
The shirt looks a little bit like gift wrap.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So it looks very like he chose like a cheap costume from Party City. but-
I appreciate like how, you know, like for example, there's like high production quality in the Hailey Bieber one and in the Elastigirl Chloe
Yeah.
Bailey one. I appreciate how this standalone with zero other context just looks good.
yeah.
Like he could be at a Halloween party and this just looks good.
I feel like he could have had actual overalls though and like did all that stuff.
They're not
Fair.
real overalls?
No,
thought
that's
they
what I was
were.
saying.
Oh.
Look, it looks.
It's like a one piece?
Yeah. It's, see, it doesn't even go over the shoulder, so
You know, I did Chucky like 2-3 years ago, and I had real overalls.
that's fire.
I knew you then and you did. I don't remember this.
I did it. and the reason is because I usually look at what I have, and then I'm like, what could this be?
yeah.
And I was like, overalls? All right, Chucky has overalls, and then I just had to put on some scars, and we were good to go.
Yeah. When my cousin was 4, they dressed him up as Chucky,
Oh, that's really fun.
and it was perfect.
That's
like he looked really
I should have
cute.
did that to Rayon.
Yeah.
I like when kids do
Like
adult
scary stuff?
costumes.
Yeah.
Not like
Whoa.
provocative, but you know.
Hey yo.
When my friend and I, when we were little, we saw Borat when we were really little.
Oh God.
So we were probably in like 3rd or 4th grade, and we dressed up as Borat.
The
Borat
thong.
came out when you were in 6th grade.
Not the thong one, the suit.
Okay.
We were the suit with
the neon one.
with the mustache, and not the neon. It's just like a beige suit.
I don't know.
And we got those suits because we graduated from Quran class.
Bruh.
And so we were like, oh, we have these beige suits. And then we got afros, and he had a real afro. And we had the mustaches. And then every house we trick-or-treated at, if adults knew Borat, they were dying.
That's
And we would be like, very nice, thank you. And they would be like dying, and they wouldn't explain it to like their kids or anything.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
why are they all laughing? But they thought it was so funny.
Yeah.
So
No,
I really
it's
like
really
when-
cute when kids. Dress up.
Yeah. All right, what's next?
G-Eazy
Willy Wonka?
Is that Willy
Yeah,
Wonka?
that's Willy Wonka.
What? I don't remember the red though. Being that red. Okay, G-Eazy is Willy Wonka.
He has a version of Willy Wonka.
But red? I don't remember.
It's the Johnny-
It's
it look-
purple
Well, it's the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka, it looks like.
with the hair. Yeah, but like I don't remember the red. Well, first of all, G-Eazy always like he pulls up with like dope costumes, and I think this is one of the least dope ones he's had. But
I think if he had, again, like the production value was higher,
yeah,
I think it could pull off well. But I'm not like the biggest fan of this.
yeah. And the thing is, G-Eazy in the past before has had like high production value with his costumes. Like he does go all out. He usually plays like Batman villains and whatnot, which I find like really cool. But yeah,
I'd give this like a 6 out of 10.
I don't know. I give this like a 4.2 out of 10. I just think he's done better before, and this is not even like the best Willy Wonka version.
You doing okay there, buddy?
I don't know what happened to the screen share thing.
No malfunction.
Click the button that has all the screens at once.
We're having a technical malfunction.
It looks like it should be working, and it's not.
Ruh-roh.
There
There is like a couple more on there, but we can just call it a day.
We're having a technical malfunction here at the Strange Flavor Studio.
Let's just like end it then, you know?
And that's so sad.
What did you do?
I know.
What'd you do?
I don't know what I did. I just I was trying to pull up the Willy Wonka what's it called? Johnny Depp one.
Maybe G-Eazy is like personally attacking us. Like you guys can't see the costume, or you can't show it to your listeners.
Okay, so the Johnny Depp one is red, It's like a maroon.
It's more maroon. This is like bright red, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the lighting's a little too direct too.
But, you know, he did something there.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It happened.
Yeah.
Is there another one that we can just talk about for reference and then
Yeah. There's the Diddy one.
you did the last year Diddy one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I just had to Google because I couldn't
No,
find
no,
it on his
this is good though.
Instagram.
This leads into this year's Diddy costume. Okay, so if you guys know Diddy, what?
I just accidentally previewed the next one, but go ahead.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay, but anyways, Diddy last year dressed up as the Joker,
Yeah.
and he actually got a cease and desist letter because the costume was too good
From Warner Bros.
from Warner Bros.
What? Like it was just like copyright? Question mark?
I tried looking into it, but I was like, I tried looking into it. What?
Don't. Stop it right now.
Was it very like cartoony? The way she said it.
It just was dumb the way I said it.
Question mark? Okay. But yeah, so apparently it was like so good that like, and I'm just thinking out loud here, but I think that the costume was so good that like it might have made it seem like it was part of the movie. Or,
I
like,
thought maybe it
promotion.
was because of the way that they shot everything. Because it was like really well done and it looked
Yeah.
like it was from the movie.
That, and I think that's what it is. Like basically, he made like a promotional video. Like he made an entire like video with.
So it is giving copyright.
Yeah, like for example, LeBron James, he dressed up as it one year, and it was literally like the movie quality. It was
Like
so
he made
good.
a video for it.
He didn't make a video for it,
Oh, okay.
but I'm saying it doesn't have to do with like how good the costume is. It has
Yeah.
to do with
If you make a video for it.
The-
Like you damn near could have had the same makeup artist basically. That's how well it was done.
Yeah, but I think what Frost is trying to say is that like even if you have like the full makeup, he made like a video like
Yeah.
with the song and everything, and I think
it looked like it was an extended scene or like
extended
a
scene or something like that, which you can clearly tell it's kind of like Diddy.
I have thoughts about Joker.
Okay. I don't know how to respond.
Why are you gonna come after like a fictional character now?
What's wrong?
What? What's your thought
Yeah,
about
what's your
Joker?
thoughts about Joker?
I just don't get why the makeup's so like bad and like attainably done. Like if you didn't want it to be like copy,
I just saw the look of absolute like defeat in Shamir's eyes just now. I'm like, I'm not gonna explain this.
like it just looks so crusty and like not. It
Yeah.
doesn't look like that's his.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you seen The Dark Knight?
No way. I already know the answer. There's no way.
No.
Yeah. So, what happens in it is that it's actually he actually takes a makeup course.
Yeah.
In the movie,
Okay. Well, he
And they're
clearly
teaching
didn't
him?
pay attention.
and he actually has cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That's so messed
I'm
up.
so sorry.
And
Wait.
so the movie is about him trying to basically he's trans, right? Like let's just put that out there. That's,
Yeah.
It's okay to say that. It's fine to say that now.
So fucking
And so he was transitioning in the movie,
I'm so sorry.
and he takes a course because
I
he
don't
wants to
have
do his
thoughts about
makeup.
Joker. I don't have thoughts about Joker.
And so when he tried to, be a woman,
Oh, that's him trying to be a woman?
but it was difficult for him.
yeah.
And-
Oh.
And he,
I mean-
And that's why people are so emotional about you really like the movie.
yeah,
I
and
know.
and the actor,
Shit.
the actor played such a good job. He
Why
actually
didn't you stop me?
he couldn't get out of like the character, and he actually like committed suicide. Not committed suicide, but he ended up dying. The actor of the Joker,
That's right.
because he
What do
took
you mean
pills.
you couldn't? Okay.
He took pills, Zans or whatever. He took pills because
Anti-Zans?
anti-Zans. He took
Do
pills.
they offset the effects of Zans?
But yeah, he overdosed because he couldn't get out of the mental state.
I was just yapping. I'm sorry.
That's messed up.
The part that he said was real.
Oh, you just.
Yeah, he was yapping.
Oh, you were yapping.
Amber, the Joker is not about the Joker's not trans. He's not. He might. I mean,
Could be.
could be. But that's not what happens.
Does he
You
have
should watch the
cerebral
movie.
palsy?
He does.
No, he doesn't.
Oh my god! Then why did you do that?
But
He is
Why-
does have
psychotic.
he does have
No.
mental disorder.
I get that, but why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Yeah, why would you
Well,
do that?
you like made a statement.
Does the mental disorder less than cerebral palsy?
No, but cerebral palsy physically makes him like unable to put it on correctly.
And the mental disorder doesn't?
Like, go to Sephora.
The Sephora will fix the mental disorder?
Yeah, they'll just do a better color match.
You should watch The Dark Knight.
Okay,
But
fine.
anyways, so he got the cease and desist letter, and he was petty. Diddy is a very petty guy, and he was like, you know,
Oh, this is real life Diddy. Okay, go
real
ahead.
life Diddy, yeah.
I was like, what?
He was like, okay, since I can't dress up as Joker, you guys ruined my Halloween. But guess what? He dressed up as Batman, full costume and everything.
And went even further
Yeah, bought the
as far as the
Batmobile.
cinematic.
He got the Batmobile.
Dude, was that real?
It was real. He was driving it.
Wait, that was the actual Batmobile, like from the movie,
Well,
or like a
those are
remake or
actual like tanks that like the army could use and that has used. Like that
that the Batmobile is
Yeah.
based off of.
Yeah, but I don't think it's from the movie. But it's like that's the actual.
Oh, that's what it really looks
yeah,
like.
that's what it really looks like.
Wow.
And so he actually bought the location where Batman like suits up.
Oh,
So he went as far as like doing
that
everything.
is insane. I was like, how did he pull this off? It looked like the movie.
Yeah.
It looked like the movie.
Like that spot where Batman
Is
like
it,
suits
is
up.
Batman and Joker related?
They're from the same
Ye-
movie. bro.
Okay.
So the physical therapist of
Okay,
the
stop.
cerebral palsy Joker is actually Batman.
Okay, move on.
Yeah.
Can we go to Lori Harvey now?
you have cerebral palsy?
Yeah, he has throat cancer. So Batman.
Lori Harvey Dent.
Can we? Oh yeah. So Lori Harvey. I only put this in to let
Tomb
you
Raider?
know- Oh, that's what she is.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
Amber just picked all of her favorite like people.
No,
and
I
then-
Favorite
only
thoughts? No, I'm
wanted
kidding.
to pick her to let you guys know that she is now single, which is dangerous.
What do you want us to do about
Oh,
it?
this has nothing to do with Halloween.
No, I just wanted to talk about.
You told
her.
us she's single for what reason?
Because do you guys remember years ago on the pod, I told you guys that Lori Harvey is dangerous. She will just go after every top guy, like any guy that I could dream of as like my dream celebrity crush.
Yeah,
This
Future.
girl, no, not Future. Lewis Hamilton, Michael B.
Future.
Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And she's back out here. And the thing is, Lori Harvey will make not only her man, but all of us believe that this is her last man. And then she just
I don't believe that, and
I
I don't
believe
even
that.
know Lori Harvey.
Yeah, I saw.
I know nothing about her.
I
and
saw a TikTok video of Steve Harvey, and he sees Michael B. Jordan like in public, and he's like so happy to see him, and he like hugs him, and people in the comments are like, "Wow, when you know you're the favorite ex."
I'm crying.
I remember him talking about Michael B. Jordan on, I forget which show he was on. Maybe it was Jimmy Kimmel or something. And then he had asked him about basically hinting at Future, and he was like really not wanting to talk about that.
Yeah. She was most recently with Damson Idris. I don't know how to say his name. I've only ever read it.
Idris
But-
Elba? No.
His son, right?
His
I don't-
son? Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. I'm just making shit up now. At
Well,
this
if his
point.
first name is Idris, then
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Damson Idris, whatever.
Damson Idris.
I don't know.
Do
anything.
you think she's the problem?
He is a son of somebody, though. She is the problem, but she's a problem.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Does
it's
she have 200
dangerous.
plus bodies?
No, she's a long-term relationship type of
Okay.
girly. So I just want to say, like, think of like the most desirable celebrity. She's gonna go for them.
Tom Holland.
Is he desirable?
Chris Pratt.
Tom Holland is doing something right.
Yeah.
To pull a Zendaya,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think people look at that and respect it much more. Because
Well,
they're like,
he's also, it seems like a respectable like guy.
you have to be.
Yeah.
For
Like
somebody,
a suave, like,
for Zendaya to be like, I could literally have basically anybody.
yeah.
And then, she's also in all the rap songs and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
But then she's like, I will go for a short king who is.
Nice, sensible man.
I mean, I don't even know, but she chose a boy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
basically.
He just seems like a regular dude.
Yeah.
Like, maybe that's
Nice
what she
guy.
wanted because she's been in the, acting biz for like since she was a kid.
Maybe. That's all. We can move on from Lori Harvey. We don't have any comments on her outfit. I'm just saying, prepare. Prepare for her to be with.
Well, Shamir says she's Tomb Raider, so
I think, yeah, that's what it is.
Cool. She looks hot.
it's a video game and movie, right?
No, I don't want to do this.
We have to end on this note.
Yeah, we don't have to.
Well, we're already here. Just
I threw these ones in for conversation purposes, but
This is wild.
this is Kim K's son plus, I don't know, son's friend who did. Can you explain? These are like sports things.
well, they're Messi and Neymar, who are soccer players, and they did a zombie version of them.
Which makes no sense because they're alive.
Yeah. Well, even if they're not alive, I feel like that'd be a weird ass costume.
That's a weird costume.
Yeah. But anyways, I think what's weird is that they're kids and there's blood all over them, and like their excuse is like they're zombie soccer players, but it's
They're
posted on
resembling
Instagram.
Palestinian kids.
Yeah, it's like while there's Palestinian kids, we're seeing videos and whatnot of all that.
It's also Neymar has Arabic on his jersey,
Yeah.
and I don't know if that kind of like threw people off too. I honestly don't know what to think because obviously people are, lighting up the comments and saying bad timing, like read the room.
And she also left the comments open.
And is she? I'm not calling her dumb, but I'm saying like, is she?
You have to be either like very aware and doing it on purpose, or like do not know how to read a room whatsoever.
I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Like, to me personally, I think she just is like not in the situation at all. And she's just like, oh, these are my kids. They want to like, she's not going to be like, if I think the kids genuinely wanted to be this. And she was just like, okay, like go be it. And then
She did make a statement about, the Israel-Palestine
She did, yeah.
situation and talked about how her Armenian roots give her kind of like more feeling about the whole situation. And yeah, there was people that were posting a similar photograph of a Palestinian kid with a Messi jersey on.
And it's
And
like
honestly,
tattered
like-
and torn and stuff.
Globally, a lot of kids, I would say a lot in the Middle East are football fanatics. And so you'll see them with,
Soccer.
and Messi happens to be, one of the most popular, if not the most popular person, along with Ronaldo,
Yeah.
Neymar.
But why not just be the actual soccer player? Like, what's the point of the zombie?
I genuinely think the kids wanted to be the zombie, like soccer players.
No, because if you look at her house this year, like her Halloween decorations, when you are walking into her house, she has like hundreds, and I'm saying hundreds, of hands that they put in to, like where you mold your hand and then you
Yeah.
like make little molds of them. They're of all of theirs, and they're like pulling out. And it's just like immediately when I saw it, I just had this weird feeling in my stomach, and I thought I was being sensitive. Where I was like, this is a really bad timing, like, because there just feels like there is a lot of people like under rubble and under like dirt
Yeah.
and stuff, and I'm sure that has a lot to do with what I'm consuming. And then I went online and I saw that like other people felt the same exact way, that everything that Kim K was doing for like Halloween was just like super insensitive.
Yeah. I genuinely think she probably doesn't like either care of the situation or like she's just like not paying attention to it.
if she did, what would be the reason to like tease something like that?
Yeah.
Is it to,
That's why I
It
don't
can't
think
be yeah.
purposeful. Like,
you
I
know,
think she's
when
like,
people are like,
living her life.
oh, this person came on, Conan or Fallon or whatever late night show, and then they flashed the Illuminati symbol before they sat down. Sometimes I'm just like, and they're literally like stretching or something. I'm just like, what's the reason for that? I
Yeah.
genuinely don't get, like, if there's going to be meetings and people expressing whatever their interests are politically when they're going to make financial decisions, why would they do it in the public eye?
Yeah.
you just got to be in the Illuminati, bro.
I guess that's it. All right,
We're gonna
join,
flash our.
join the Illuminati, I guess.
Yeah, do the sign, guys. We have to do the sign.
They're gonna say, like in 20 years, they're gonna look back at this episode and be like, they told us
told us
in broad daylight,
Yeah.
and we didn't listen.
Episode 160.
Something.
160 what?
168.
168.
Ooh. Kill him.
We announced
Literally.
we announced our dedication to the real cause,
The real cause, yeah.
and now to join our cult following, on our Patreon,
Yeah.
Ooh.
we will discuss some more topics.
Exciting, interesting topics. What are we discussing?
We're talking about. Oh snap! Don't turn off! Don't turn off! I forgot.
Yo, his laptop's at what, 1%?
Your laptop's literally slowing down.
7%.
7.
7. That lady who named
Her
the son.
kid,
7.
seven.
It's all connected.
Oh my gosh.
That's that naughty talk.
7 bodies. Oh no, it's 200. But yeah, patrons, come through. Thank you so much for being a patron, and those
Shimmer.
that have become patrons.
We'll be talking about some sort of intruder story, unless actually we'll figure out what we're talking about. No, I think we have.
Honestly, our Patreon episodes are juicy as hell.
Yeah, it's actually really juicy. We're gonna be talking about a bunch of stuff, a bunch of crazy things.
You'll see there.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
but no, trust. We have written them down. We just haven't decided like
Which ones we should do.
But yeah,
because there's a ton of them.
yeah.
All right, we'll see you on the Patreon. And if not, you'll have to wait till next week. But otherwise, it has been another week.
Another flavor.
A little less stranger.
We'll talk to you next time.